Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Ironman. And last video, I decided to grind out Giant Mole because I want to get a bunch of nests to make Cerebrews, and with the Cerebrews, I want to get 83 herb lore, which you could see we achieved last video, if you could see in the chat box. Yeah, there's the herb level and the farming level too. As you can probably tell by what I assume will be in the title and the thumbnail, today we are finally going to be doing the final preparations for Zora and getting our first kill, and probably quite a few kills after that too. I really want to show in depth all the preparation that has to go into setting up for Zora and getting all the supplies and things that we need. So we'll take it one step at a time, and first thing I want to do is use up a bunch of these seeds that we just got from the nest boxes, and we'll get a little bit of farming XP and free up some spots here. Now what we have to do is grab our items out of Hispori, get a looting bag, put all of our items in the looting bag, and then suicide to Hispori again so we can have a clean inventory for making recoils. This is the life of a UIM. Because if we were to die again without claiming these items, they are all lost, everything in here. We are heading back to Hispori now. I like the fairy ring over here. It's a very fast way to get back to the house. That's a really nice perk of the Edgeville respawn. We're going back to Hispori, and I have to be very careful about the items I'm taking out of there. And I'll show you the method that we'll be doing to make recoils. The method I'll be doing, I think, is a pretty common and well-known method in the UIM community, but obviously if you don't play UIM or you're not like a high-level UIM, maybe you wouldn't know about the method. And there's not really much information out there about it. UIM Raichu made a video on it, which is how I found out about this method. And I'll link his video in the description. He's actually a maxed UIM and has some pretty interesting UIM methods that he shows on his channel. There's another method I know of that I won't be doing, and that involves having Tackle, and then you buy the gold ore and the sapphires within more Rec, and then make everything within there, but I don't feel like trading in chaos runes for Tackle and going through all that. So I'll be doing the method that Raichu shows in his video. To enchant the recoils, we need 1 cosmic rune and 1 water rune per recoil. And from my experience with Zora, usually you go through 1 recoil every 2 kills. So we'll make at least a few hundred of them. Right now in the Ring of Suffering, we have about 2.8k charges. So I'll try out this method, see how it is, and just keep on going with it because we could always use charges in the recoil. The only issue is though, if I ever want to make this tradable again, I'd have to delete all the charges in there. But I'll be buying, I guess, 100 cosmics per world. They're the same price as Astral Runes, so that means that if we buy 100 per world, it'll be 75 GP each overall. Thank God this freaking shop exists here to buy cosmic runes. It's such a pain to get these on Ironman because you have to craft them yourselves because there's really no convenient way to buy these in bulk. Well, there wasn't until Prif came out. I can't even imagine trying to make thousands of cosmic runes on a UIM. That just would have been freaking awful. I'm sure some UIMs out there have done that, but I am buying extra cosmic runes too because we will need some for fighting Zora because we'll be using the Cure Me spell, which uses 2 cosmic runes per cast, and we will be casting it quite a few times per kill. It also needs 2 Astral Runes and 1 Law Rune per cast as well, so it will be very expensive to do the kills, but Zora does drop Law Runes, so that'll hopefully cover the cost of the Law Runes that we'll be using. Okay, I'm going to stop right here with buying the runes. These are the 3 runes that we'll have in the rune pouch for the method that we'll be doing for the recoils. Here's how the method goes. We're going to start in Keldegrim and buy out the stock of sapphires at the shop here, which starts at 3 sapphires per world. I use the RuneLight plugin NPC indicator to highlight the shopkeeper, and it makes it easier to see him. With my inventory setup, I'm able to make 12 recoils per inventory, so we're going to buy 12 sapphires and then run right over to the blast furnace and then buy 12 gold ore at the blast furnace shop. Because we have water runes to enchant the rings, we could teleport right to Falador to the furnace, or you can do what I did and teleport home to restore run. And in my house, I have the Nexus configured to left-click teleport to Falador, which I believe is the closest teleport in the game to a furnace. I don't have the Family Pest mini quest done, and I just don't care enough to get the Goldsmith gauntlets because I'm not doing this for too long, and I really don't care that much about smithing XP. But that's something that could be worthwhile, especially now that you don't need to wear full Graceful to get faster run restore. We smelt the gold ore into bars and then craft them into rings. And with the Varrock Medium Diary done, you can use the Varrock Teleport to teleport to the GE. And you can also right-click the Varrock Teleport and set the GE as the default left-click teleport, which is what I've done. So we're going to teleport to the GE and run over to the minecart to take it back to Keldegrim. And on the way there, I enchant the sapphire rings into the recoils. I timed this out, and it's pretty much 3 minutes on the dot if you're doing this efficiently, which I definitely won't be keeping up with. But speaking efficiently, that means you can do up to 20 trips per hour, which is 240 recoils per hour, which is the equivalent of 480 Zora kills worth of recoil each hour. I also did the math for the GP cost, assuming a perfect scenario of a full stock of sapphires, full stock of gold ore, 79 GP for the cost of enchanting, as well as the cost of 2 law runes. It'll cost just over 750 GP per ring of recoil, which is 375 GP per Zora kill. It's always better to overestimate though, because chances are the sapphires and the gold ore will not always be full stock, and you may be spending more money on runes as well. So I think in reality, 1k GP per recoil is a fair compromise. The price of the recoils versus how much GP I think we'll be profiting per kill from alchables should hopefully be pretty negligible, plus we have like 18 mil Nightmare Zone. The reason why I'm worried about GP is because, as I've been mentioning for many videos now, we need 40 mil GP in total for 99 construction, which I do want to get eventually. Okay, so I've been making recoils for about 3 hours now, and unfortunately starting from like half an hour to an hour ago, it's just been getting harder and harder to find worlds, and at this point it's taking me like 5 to 10 minutes just to find one single gem in a free world. There are a few other shops that sell sapphires, so we're ending off with 17.7k recoil charges, and with what I think should be an average of 20 recoils per kill at Zora, this should last us quite a long time. So I'm going to go claim the stuff back, get a loot bag, put the stuff in there that we won't need for Zora, hopefully not mess up, and I'll just show you each thing that I'll be prepping and why I'll be keeping each of the items on me that I have. Okay, we're going to spend some money to repair all 3 of these for 143k. It's gonna be worth it though. Right now I'm deciding which items to put in the looting bag and what to keep in my inventory. And it's funny, I was looking at the wiki here, the herbs that Zora drops, Snapdragon, Dwarfweed, Toadflex, and Torstal, we already happen to have stacks of all those in here, so we don't have to worry about making extra spots for those. But I'm just going up and down this list, and I think I'll have to probably make new stacks of maybe like 8 to 10 items in total of things I want to keep. Like all the runes I'll keep in my inventory, we have stacks of those. I'll probably end up keeping these or maybe planting the seeds as I get them. That'd be a drop, alch, drop, drop, keep, drop, keep, drop, and so on. I could keep going on. I mean, once we get the loot bag filled up and we got some kills down, you'll see what items I ended up keeping and what I ended up dropping or leaving or whatever. I'm harvesting all the patches that have herbs that we don't have stacks for already, so I can use them up right now, which I've just now taken care of. It was just random patches. I'm going to make these into prayer pots right now and then drop the snape grass over to the main. Snape grass isn't too hard to get back. If we do need some snape grass on the fly for whatever reason, we can either collect it from Waterbirth, or I have a bunch of patches with the snape grass pre-planted, so I'm not really worried about getting 400 snape grass back. It's not too much. Okay, let's start with 1 mil GP and see how far that gets us. I'm gonna buy a Mystic Top for the Switch. It's gonna be 120k for that. I was doing the DPS calcs, and using Void for range is very similar to DPS, but the only downside to that is that that means I'd have to keep my Curl Skirt and my Blessed High Top inside my looting bag, and I just don't have space for that, so I'll be wearing those instead of Void. I'm gonna buy Mystic Boots as well. I don't even know if it's worth having that versus just keeping the Blessed Boots on the whole time in terms of inventory space, but it's 10k. I could always alch it if I decide I don't want it. For the helmet, I'm going to buy the Nezi. Usually on Ironman you'd want to use an imbued Slayer helm, and I'll compare the stats of the Nezi next to the Slayer helm on screen so you can see what they are. So imbued Slayer helm would be better, but that means I'd have to drop my Dragon Defender, which I really don't feel like doing that, and then having to get it back later. I do have the attack cape, so it wouldn't be a massive deal, but I just don't want to spend the time doing that. Hopefully we can get a Serp Helm early on. That's the item I'd really want to have first before anything else. That happened on my hardcore as well. I got the Serp Helm first, which was also the item I wanted to get first on that account too. So I'm really hoping we can get that early Serp and I could drop the runes for the Cure Me spell, and probably also save like 1 or 2 inventory spaces. I have Sarah and Zami boots, but even though I like blue, we'll go with Zami just because it matches the top. Okay, just bought enough Astral runes to match up with the amount of Cosmic runes that we have in the rune pouch, because we need those for the Cure Me spell. Oh, look at that cute hardcore Iron Man right there, level 3. Hopefully he doesn't die to a wizard. My original plan was to kill Vorkath to get the assembler, but then I started thinking about more and I realized I don't want to have to spend like 5 minutes after every single kill going to Castle Wars and making anti-poisons over there. So Vorkath would be very, very inefficient for me to do at this point in the account. Plus it'll help to have a blowpipe when we do eventually go there, and the Serp Helm too. But right now we don't even have any Antidote pluses to make anti-venoms, much less anti-venom pluses, which I think I'd prefer if we didn't have the Serp Helm when we go there. But hopefully we do have the Serp Helm for that. Even though Void is good, I don't know if I'd want to waste Torstals on making anti-venom pluses. Plus we'll get some range levels hopefully while doing Zora, so that'll help once we do go to Vorkath. Something that a lot of people may not realize is that with the Kirill's crossbow, it uses bolt racks, and the bolt racks are always lost when used no matter what. The accumulator or assembler or whatever has absolutely no effect on it. So the amount of bolts that you buy are the amount that you get to use, and then they gone. So we're just going to get the accumulator here. Its stats honestly aren't even that good, so there's a good chance I'll probably end up dropping it if I get overwhelmed with inventory space and just not able to get kills or something. I need more food. That will probably be the first thing to go because it's really not even necessary, and I wouldn't mind just wearing the imbued god cape. We're going to buy bolt racks over here. They start at 50 GP each, and they very quickly go up in price, so I think I'll probably just buy 100 per world. Okay, we have just over 2,000 bolt racks now. Things are looking good. Things are looking very good with the setup. Because I'll be on the lunar spellbook, in order to get back home, I'll be using the quest cape, because the quest cape teleport takes you right to a fairy ring, and from the fairy ring, I can teleport home. Dude, holy crap, I'm already feeling overwhelmed with this inventory. There's like no space for anything in here. It's 7 food, like 3 Karamans, 4 sharks. I'm wondering if range potions are even worth it. Maybe I should just keep the range potions in the looting bag and save it for Vorkath or something else in the future. I don't think the slight extra DPS from the ranging potion would even be worth it if we can't even get a kill anyways because we run out of food. So if I do put that in the looting bag, that'd be essentially 2 more spots freed up. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that because magic is more DPS than Zora anyways. I believe magic is the one you want to focus on, so I'm going to do that. These are the sacrifices you have to make when... Oh yeah, I can't teleport to Varrock. When you play an Ultimate Ironman. You know what, screw the accumulator as well. I'm not even going to bother with that. 1 more free spot for food will be really nice. And if I am getting very comfortable with Zora with this setup, then maybe I'll get it back later, but can't be bothered with it. So, oh, thank God we have that agility shortcut. For those of you out of the loop, or maybe haven't watched my channel for that long, or haven't seen my hardcore series, Zora was a massive, massive meme on my hardcore because I got like 7 onyxes or something before I got a Tan's Fang or a Magic Fang. I got my first Magic Fang at 1840 KC on my hardcore, and the Tan's Fang at 2275 KC on my hardcore. So needless to say, I had done quite a lot of Zora, and all those kills were like 3 to 3.5 minutes on average. So I'm kind of used to having really slow kills, and I know what it's like, I know the struggle, and due to all the luck I've had previously on this account, I expect to go just as dry, if not even drier, for those drops on this account. But like I said, I would really like to get the Serp Helm first. I also used the Rune Crossbow with Diamond Bolt Z on the hardcore. Hero's Crossbow is a 4-tick weapon, so I'll have to get used to that. But then again, I have to get used to everything because, like I said before, I haven't done Zora in about a year, so I'm hoping muscle memory will kick in and I'll just immediately remember all the rotations once I just start doing it. In case I decide to do it before and after, I'm just going to quickly record this clip of the looting bag so we can see all the items that we have in there right now. And the last thing that I want to say before we do this first Zora kill, the first of many, many, many more to come, is that as a UIM, suffering is necessary. Yes, first Zora kill. That's the diary task complete, and we get an amazing drop. Off to a wonderful start. That was so close, man. No food left. The rotation did come back pretty fast to me, though. I guess now that we have the scales, it's 1 less inventory slot. I should probably put the Mystic Dust Staff in the looting bag. But then if I do get Serp Helm, I'll have to re-suicide so I can put the quest cape back in the POH. Oh, yo, that's perfect. Yes, the Antidote plus pluses. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, so now we can go gather everything that we need to build and upgrade to the Ornate Rejuvenation Pool. I'm so glad we got that, like, right now. I literally just got that first thief to go open the more fruit top. That's so lucky. Okay, so now we can unnote these potions, take a bite of the pie, put the Zora scales in there. And there we go, making our very first anti-venoms on the account. The 10 anti-venoms that we need for the Ornate Rejuvenation Pool. It's actually like really easy to get those materials for in terms of Herblore XP. You can't have the potions noted when you want to upgrade the pool. And I can't see any viable way to make it because we still have to get 5 gold leaves, the crystal saw, a hammer, 1,000 blood runes, which we actually have in the looting bag. So maybe it's for the best. We'll go suicide, upgrade the pool, and then redo the whole looting bag all over again. But we should be good from there on out until we get the Serp Helm, then maybe I'll adjust it a bit. Okay, now I have to spend 650k on 5 gold leaves. Oh yeah, we have to make the tea too. There's absolutely no way we could have done all this with the inventory that we had before. I mean, I have like almost a full inventory right now as it is. Okay, we should be good to upgrade it once we sip the tea here. Upgrade. Oh, are the runes? Empty that out. Okay, now we should be good to upgrade it. Oh my god, that's so beautiful, the Ornate Rejuvenation Pool. So what we were able to restore before with the previous pool was Special Attack, Run, Prayer, Reduce Stats, Cure Poison/Venom, and this one adds on hit points. This is the final pool, as you probably saw in that build menu right there. And yeah, dude, this is like what you have end game maxed house, we have the ornate pool. It's freaking amazing. I'm gonna go claim all the stuff back, get the looting bag, and enjoy the tedious life of a UIM. As we're running over here to grab our looting bag back and everything, I want to quickly take a look at the UIM Zora high scores. So in total, if you go down one more page here, there are 304 UIMs that are ranked for Zora. I'm pretty sure a lot of those kills are just people doing the 1 kill for the diary. Oh look, there's us, 2 kills and we're ranked 231. That's insane, dude. I love seeing all these boss rankings go up. Hey look, it's our first sub 3-minute time. Inventory management is becoming not so fun, so I am going to go ahead and alch the Mystic Boots to free up that inventory slot. But I do freaking love this pool though. It's so nice after every trip, just restoring the hit points, don't have to worry about cooking extra sharks. From now on, whenever I'm done doing Zora for the day and I want to go eat and edit and stuff, I'm going to come here and start fishing sacred eels, and with the sacred eels, you can cut them into Zora scales. So we'll probably eventually end up getting 99 fishing from fishing sacred eels. And the higher your cooking level, the more scales you get for each of the eels that you dissect. It's between 3 and 9 each. And you get cooking XP for it too, so maybe we'll get cooking level as well. Yo, I just smashed through the PB there. We went from like 236 to 217. Sometimes you just get very lucky with the hits. I should have done this before, but I'm going to reset the tracker for range and mage and just keep track of how much XP we get from Zora. Oh, we should do cooking too, and maybe fishing as well. So much stuff to keep track of. I think when I get dragon bones, instead of saving them for the ectofuntus or saving them for later to get marintils, I think I'll just use them on the altar and the POH without even lighting the burners, just to get a little bit of bonus XP, but I don't think it's even worth the time doing the ectofuntus based on my last experience using the ectofuntus. I've noticed I'm getting about 8 kills per hour, seems to be about average at this point. And this is kind of the reason why, because after every single kill, well, first off, I can only do 1 kill trips, and then after every single trip, I always have to use up the supplies. So whether it means bagging it up, or using bones on the altar, or planting the seeds or whatever, plus the fact that the kills are so slow, 8 kills per hour is what we're doing. Okay, I've decided the goal for this video is going to be to either get a unique from Zora, or meet the drop rate of a unique, which is 1 out of 128, so you could have a very, very long couple days ahead of us to get to 128 KC with 8 kills per hour. It's a long ass kill. Hey, new PB, 210. Hell yeah. Oh, that has to be a PB. Sub 2 minute 145. You just get really, really, really lucky sometimes. That's how PBs are made. You just get lucky with a lot of hits in a row. I will not be beating that anytime soon. 145. Holy crap. Man, there's so many times I have to teleport out because I'm just taking too much damage either from the range hits or from the spawns or whatever. But I'm going to go recharge the trident right now because I don't want to forget. So we were able to get 52 kills with like 2.2k charges, and keep in mind I do have to teleport out here and there. But looking at the runes that we got here, we pretty much are able to maintain the cast runes. And we do have all these death runes from, I think it was all from Barrows a long time ago, which I decided to keep because I knew eventually I'd be really glad that I have those for Zora, or for whatever I use the trident for, but I figured Zora would be like the main thing. Hey, not bad. I only had to spend like 65k to buy all the runes to recharge the trident. Theoretically, in the future, hopefully we wouldn't even have to buy chaos runes, only the fire runes. But let's charge that bad boy up. You're now set for another 50 plus kills. We should stock up on astrals and cosmics as well while we're out here. Looks like we went through about 1.2k, 1.3k over the last 50 kills. In the future, I should probably wait until it's nighttime to buy runes because it can be kind of hard at this time of day. But hopefully all the runes that we have now in the rune pouch for the Cure Me spell should last until we get to 128 KC. I don't actually expect to get a Syrup Helm anytime soon, so if we do, I guess I'll have to sell them back, but yeah, it's not going to happen. And not only do we maintain laws with the 200 law rune drop, we actually gain laws. We're profiting the law runes over what we have to use for the spell, so we don't have to worry about buying any of those. I'm going to buy more bolt racks too, also enough to get us to 128 KC. And it seems like, if my math is correct, that we go through about 20 bolt racks per kill. Okay, we should now have most, if not all, the supplies that we need to get to 128 KC. So, if you remember, we started with the 1 mil cash stack, I'm pretty sure, before we started buying supplies. So hopefully we can build that back up. We have plenty of money in Nightmare Zone. I just think it's cool to keep track of like what we gain / lose from Zora. Wow, best drop ever. God. Ooh, elite. Hey, we got the elite casket. Let's open it up. Yeah, great alkables. Kind of. Not really. This is the first Dragon Halberd. It was out for 150k each, and I don't know why I just came back here. Okay, this kill is going to put us at 100 KC at Zora, and still no drops. We are still pretty far under the drop rate, and I guess this account is under the drop rate for all the drops we've gotten before, so definitely do not expect to get anything anytime soon. We originally got level 90 cooking a while back for the Wildy Elite Diary, and I've not gone out of the way to do any cooking training since then. I've only been cooking sharks for PVM, and we're actually about to get the first cooking level since we stopped training cooking, so here we go, level 91, all from PVM. And we'll be getting even more cooking XP too when I'm doing the sacred eel fishing. Hey, it's our first level, our first range level and first level gained within the Chambers of Zora. Okay, here's the last kill to meet the drop rate of any unique 1 out of 128. Always unlucky on this account. Not really, complete opposite of that. All right, let's go home and restore everything, and I'll show you all the loot that we got. Like I said before, overall, in the end, we did end up getting about 8 kills per hour, so that means this took just over 15 hours to get 128 KC. And then here is the loot tracker from everything that we got from Zora. You can see we got 3 elite clues, only one of which we were able to complete. Feel free to pause and take a look if you want to see any drops specifically. You can see we got 28k Zora scales, and I have 33.5k because I was fishing for a little while. I also don't really even need prayer pots because I'm only doing 1 kill trips. I only have it for emergency situations, but I only had to use 2 prayer doses for the 128 kills. So theoretically I could save 2 inventory spots by putting it in the looting bag, but if having this in my inventory gets me even 1 extra kill that I wouldn't get otherwise, then I'd say it's worth it. Here's a little check-in for what's in the looting bag. So once again, feel free to pause and take a look if you want to see any items specifically in here, and I'll just quickly mouse over all the herbs if you want to see what any of them are specifically, if you couldn't tell. And then for the UIM Zora high scores, we're currently ranked 184. I guess even if we log out, we're still 184. But it's so easy to get top 200. But once you get to this point, it does take a while to get up to the ranks because just to get past this page, we'll have to get over 200 KC, which is still like another 10 plus hours of doing Zora. So it's definitely slowing down a lot at this point, but we will be getting a lot more ranks because we'll be getting a lot more KC at Zora. So today was focused more on the preparation for Zora, even though I did spend the majority of the time actually killing Zora. The reason why I like playing UIM is because I like learning about all these different really weird methods that you would never think to do otherwise. And that's kind of the main goal of this video, is showing all the preparation and work that goes into being able to kill Zora. Next video will be the video of actually grinding out Zora. Today was just like a little intro to Zora, I guess you could say, but it's bringing back a lot of flashbacks to my hardcore because I spent so much time in Zora, and here we are once again doing it all over once again. Hopefully we don't go 1800 dry for the magic thing and 2.2k for the tan thing. I want any of the unique drops besides an onyx. I don't know what I would do if I got an onyx. I might trade it in for tackle, or I don't know. I don't know if I want to commit slots to more Zenite jewelry yet. I'm sure we'll get at least 1 onyx at one point, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This is the start of a new era on the account. The Zora era, the Zora saga, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. So with that said, get ready for a lot more Zora in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time.